everybody, and welcome back to another week of NACE. My name is Landon Parrish, and I'm here with Zach. Zach, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. This is going to be an exciting game we're going to have today.
Yeah, so this is the second week of NACE, as Decky's already going to put one in for West Virginia. It's the second week of NACE that we've got right now, and it's actually a special night as Lubbock Christian is actually playing on the NACE Star League Spotlight stream. So they're being streamed onto NACE's official Twitch stream, so that's pretty exciting for them. And I will give a little bit of a sneak peek just because I think it's relevant to everything. I was listening to the casters for them as Deck scores again. I was listening to the casters before this started, and not a lot of love going to LCU. I think LCU likes being in that position, but both casters predicting a 3-0 going the way of West Virginia, going as far as to say West Virginia is the best, one of, if not the best teams in the country, sporting 3 SSLs on their team. So
I mean, pretty solid.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roster. And we're about 30 seconds into this one, and it's been 2 quick goals as Deck has put West Virginia on the board here early. We'll see if we can get a response from LCU, as especially in a game, the emotion, the magnitude of this one, you don't want to fall behind early.
No, as we see some early misses here. LCU kind of a bit nervous, I can tell. Really facing against one of the powerhouse schools of pretty much all of just college history.
Yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about. This is why you play the game. You want to be in these high-stakes, high-level matchups, as you see Shadow pushing it onto the offensive side, but you want to be in these big games playing against the best players in the country, so you can solidify yourself in that spot. And doesn't matter who in the country thinks you can or can't win, is nearly another one, but good enough defense for LCU. But doesn't matter what anybody thinks, whether you can or can't. Your rank doesn't matter. It's about the final score at the end of the day. And I know, at least from talking to Connor a little bit, they're excited. They're ready to play. And it's going to be a fun one.
Oh, scary look there.
And another shot for Angel, going to go off wide on the right side. Demo coming out from Shadow and just not able to get anything going on the offensive end. We saw a little bit of this last week where had to play on their back feet defensively, which they're doing a great job right now playing defense. Just need to put their foot down on the offensive end and find a goal here pretty soon. Still have 3 minutes left in this first match. It is best of 5. Angel close. Deck gonna put it in. That's the hat trick for Deck. And that'll give them a quick 3-0 lead. 2 minutes and 49 seconds into this one. Now, again, I think it's important to emphasize, I mean, this is a really, really good West Virginia team. Yes. I mean, one that won CRL, won NACE last year. I mean, any competition, they took it home. So
I mean,
definitely
that's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but nothing they can't handle. They know that they've been playing this team, so a lot of scouting has gone into this, and a lot of practice has gone in to get ready for this. And they're on the biggest stages, NACE streaming this game themselves. And this is actually West Virginia's first game of the season. They had a bye week last week, so they check in at 0-0. Meanwhile, LCU checks in at 0-1. Following their first game to also one of the better teams in NACE is Angel with a beamer right there in the top right corner. Big shot from him. That ball was moving.
LCU kind of unprepared for that wall bounces. Angel just read it perfectly in the top right corner. That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot you can do about that right there except move on, go to the next play. It is 4-0. 2 minutes left in this one. I mean, I think just for momentum purposes, a goal needs to go in, whether it affects the outcome of this game. We were in that same position last week where you just felt like if something went in, it could open things up.
There was an opportunity right here.
All over the goal. Just couldn't find him to fall. Angel going to clear that one out. Good bump hitting Deck right there.
Just a missed opportunity. Could have really put that first goal in, kind of got that motivation going for the LCU.
Big save right there from Royal, avoiding dropping to a 5 to 0, and they're going to go on the offensive attack themselves. Beautiful pass to Snow, but will just go wayward as Deck back on the attack. But quickly there to knock it away is Royal. Nearly followed up his own pass off the backboard. And a big demo right there. We'll see if they can make something happen out of it. But I mean, back to what I was saying, last week there were so many close opportunities, so many times where they had a chance to maybe get themselves on the board. It snows right on it, and that's a goal. 1-4. And that's what you have to have. The goals have to come from somewhere. And you've got 48 seconds left.
Good awareness.
I mean, not a lot of time to make it happen, but it's not over until that clock hits 00. So we'll see what they can have, but definitely big for the momentum in the rest of this game.
Very much so. If we can get one goal, we can obviously get more. But West Virginia very strong on the offense and defense. Snow just good enough to see that it's just there was a slot there that he could put in. Deck, same with him. He can easily find a goal just like that.
And that was a just pass right off the backboard, right to Deck. He was ready for it. And West Virginia in firm control of this first match as it is 5-1. We've got 35 seconds left.
Still want a Brazil. I want that 7.
Wow.
Caster curse.
I mean, was right on it. Unfortunate that went in. The good thing if you're LCU, though, is doesn't matter how many you win it by, it still counts for one win after this is over, whether you win by 1 or 100. And I think they have to keep that in mind, as it's easy to get down on yourself after getting beaten, especially in the way that they're getting beaten right now. But on the scoreboard, it counts the same.
Passing play opportunity. Didn't quite have a... Wait,
what? Oh, my gosh. That angle was nearly there.
I did not think that was going in. Oh, and a corner shot. Snow will follow. It's just not going to go in.
Snow following it up. Just didn't quite go. Shadow. Gotta get one before we get out of here. There's 2 goals in this one. Good stuff right there. Gotta build that momentum moving into the next game. And aside from everything else, you kind of felt like the end of this game was pretty, aside from the just nasty angle on the shot from West Virginia, it went pretty heavy in favor of LCU. They had a lot of offensive possessions, a lot of shots on the goal, and eventually they'll start to fall. We saw 2 of them go in this one. What do we need to see going into the next one? What are some defensive things that they can change as we move into these next games?
I think really LCU needs to prioritize that backboard defense. Oftentimes there are 2 players pushing up too far, and that leaves the backboard open for a nice double tap. And West Virginia seems to be pretty good at reading those shots, as we can see by their score of 6-2. I mean, they really need to protect that backboard as much as they can, but also not commit too far forward in the offense.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, there were so many times that the goals from West Virginia it was good defense. It's just those double taps off the backboard, second chance shots that they get that ended up getting them a few goals. But again, it doesn't matter. They could have won this game 160-2, and it still only is 1-0 on the scoreboard for this one. And that's got to get that in your head. It's so hard, especially all esports, not just Rocket League. Every game that you play is so heavy on the mental that it just makes you want to quit, and you can get so frustrated in a game that you're gonna lose, even though it doesn't make any difference on the end whether you lost by more or less.
Right.
Going into this one, I mean, I definitely would love to get on the board first. That's something we haven't seen from them this year, is getting that first goal. And when we do see that from them, we usually see them loosen up and be pretty dynamic. So we'll see if we can get a first goal here in this one, as Deck immediately going to put it onto the side of LCU. Gnarly pass.
Scary.
Royal.
Passing over one. Angel will go up for it. Pass it right to Snow. Snow covers it. Rots will then take it to his corner. Shadow will meet him with the 50. Keeps going. Deck. Clear that out. A nice clear. Snow, last minute back. Try to take it slow so his teammates can come back. Bumped off the play, unfortunate. Rots will take this to the air. Up on the ceiling, a ceiling pinch. Wow, I don't ever see those that often. Wow, that was pretty nice. But either way, LCU bringing it to their corner again. Rots. Unsure. Deck. Pass Shadow. Snow will take it slow again. Over Deck. Angel. Right back into LCU's corner as Royal will then take it to himself. Make sure to keeping that possession so that West Virginia doesn't have any opportunity of scoring. Royal. A decent 50. Met by Deck though. Shadow up. Fortunate pass Deck again. Royal. Again taking possession. Deck just not allowing this LCU offense to go any further. They're just so defensive. They're just so good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is, and you can tell the team chemistry for them is on point. All three players are playing as a team. And right now, though, okay, I had to wait before I said that. But right now, this is a much more competitive game as both teams are finding opportunities. And we'll see who is able to strike this one first. There's a big save right there from Royal. And Knight's going to get cleared out from Snow. And Royal back going the other way. But both Rots and Angel are there ready for it. Both teams going back and forth on each other right now. Just
this is what
under
we like to
3
see.
minutes.
Yeah.
This is good Rocket League. This is what we came to watch. This is what the Nace Star League Spotlight wanted to see on their stream.
Oh, okay.
Well, big play from Rots right there. That was just pretty incredible.
Yeah, it just hits in that top corner. It just goes straight down and just easily can make that double tap. Just beautiful play by him, honestly.
Yeah, unfortunate that it took that bounce off the top right there. You'd usually expect it to go bouncing off and back the other way instead of going straight down. But props to Rots. He knew what he was doing right there. And that puts LCU on their back foot again, as they are only down 1 this time, though. They can definitely answer here and make this an even score, as they've had some shots. Just need them to fall. But good defense from West Virginia, not allowing that.
Oh my, this might just be with that double tap off the back wall. Again, LCU pushing too far forward on the offense, leaving maybe one man behind. And that was Snow. Unfortunate for him. He's in a tough spot to really save that. But 2-0, 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. They can easily come back. But West Virginia so far putting up an offensive powerhouse.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Oh, no. This was so close.
Oh, man. I thought for sure that second touch was going to get it.
Oh?
But just
West
hanging
Virginia
right
making
on the
mistakes.
edge.
Oh, that was just the perfect opportunity, but just he didn't suspect it. How were you supposed to I can't speak. Oh, that was and a demo on the goal line. Oh, his Shadow was there just in time.
And I mean, you can see how volatile this game is. I mean, just quite nearly cutting the lead in half. And instead, it's going to be Rots scoring another one for West Virginia. I mean, the emotion in this game goes from so high to so low, and it just happens in the blink of an eye. Thought for sure that one was going to go in, and it doesn't, but can't change the past. Got 3 goals to make up, and you've got a minute and a half to do it. You had an open goal right there, but just too high.
He just timed it wrong with that floor there. You can easily pinch it off the floor and make it go high or low.
What a shot from Angel right there.
Wow. Oh, that was intense.
Yeah, and I mean, I hate to keep harping on it, but this game is going very, very similar to how it was last week. And this is again, really, really good West Virginia team. I mean, winning in all sorts of competitions they play in, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, LCU has just the same opportunity to win this game as West Virginia does. Rank doesn't matter. Prior victories doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. It's about who scores the most in these potential 5 games. And
there goes the backboard shot again, but they missed. Unfortunately,
right now,
Royal
though,
on the back foot. But met by Angel easily takes this out. And oh my, what an offensive play. Royal seemed to have it in the bag with Angel last man back, but Angel just making it just too easy past 3 LCU defenders to pass it to Rots to finish it off for a 5-0 lead.
And I think when you scroll through the perspectives, this isn't a team that's quit, but you see the morale is not the same as it was when it started. And that's something that's so important. When you look at how they were able to keep these games close for the first couple minutes, and then once a goal falls, it kind of just starts raining, and it's hard to, almost feels like it's impossible to plug it back up and stop the goals from happening once that happens. And part of that's your mental, part of that's just they've been freed up to do what they want to do. And I mean, going into this third game, we're going to need to see some more aggressive offense from LCU. They need to be the aggressor in these games, and to beat any good team, you've got to be the team that comes out and punches them in the mouth, and just haven't seen that so far today.
I mean, yeah, like you said, West Virginia.
Snow gonna finish it up.
Okay.
There you go. You saw me put that in. Take a deep breath. I mean, you gotta refocus. Get ready for the next game, as there is only 5 seconds left in this one. It's too late to bring yourself back in this one, but get ready for that next game. Take that deep breath, and it's another 0-0 start coming up in the third game. You do find yourself down 2-0 on the scoreboard, but I mean, you see flashes and you see moments where they look so good, and then West Virginia just able to take that all away within a matter of moments.
They just give you that lollipop that you always wanted, and they just take it from you. Stealing a candy from a baby, man. Come on. But either way, West Virginia, obviously the mechanical powerhouse, the offensive powerhouse, the defensive powerhouse that they are. They're obviously showing that they are the superior team. But of course, LCU, they had these really good looks. Yes, there may have been some mistakes here and there. They may have hit the crossbar more times than they have scored, but that does not mean LCU is out for the count.
Yeah, no, especially, I mean, games like this is where if you are LCU, you want to play, you've got to be precise, as West Virginia is probably already looking on to their next week's games. Maybe a little bit checked out, as they've won these first 2 pretty dominant, and that's where you've got to stay locked in. That's where Snow has to keep everybody on the team in the game mentally, and really come out and strike here quickly, as you can kind of, I don't want to say dupe the other team, but you can take advantage of the momentum shift that could happen here if they can get just that first goal. We haven't seen that at all this season, except for one game, and I believe they won that one in overtime. So
let's hope that happens again.
Yeah, hope we see that today. But at the end of the day, got to just play the best that you can, do what you can do, learn from it. I know there's a lot to learn from this game. I mean, just backboard defense, some of that other stuff that obviously they can tell, they know what's going on, and it's a long season. It's not a 2-week season. It's not a 1-week season.
Correct.
But again, not even close to being down and out. Is unfortunate that Rots puts in another one, makes it 1-0.
An awkward position. Shadow happened to put it right to Rots. Royal just wasn't back. Happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Didn't get that save that he needed.
Got 4.5 minutes left for the game. If LCU wants to extend it, they've got to get a couple goals on the board at least to gain a lead here in this one and move this to a game 4. But as of right now, West Virginia threatening to close this one out in 3 on the NACE Star League spotlight for the week. This is a good team, and you can learn a lot from stuff like this, but got to get a goal here pretty soon if you're LCU. I know it's not mandatory, but you just love to not have to have that on your back. You'd love to be able to play the rest of the game trying to play for the lead and not just for the tie.
That's very correct.
And it's hard to pinpoint a single player that's been just dominant, as it was Deck in the first game, Angel in the second game, and Angel and Rock kind of tag team that second game, and Rotten Angel again have both put in a goal here early in this third game.
I mean, it's a scary team. Let me tell you that. As a Rocket League player myself, seeing these players just keeping the ball to themselves, not letting up LCU at any point. Like right now, offensive plays here and there. But just a very tough team. Of course, LCU can learn from this.
Yeah, and I mean, when you sat in, I was just listening to the deck is going to put one in as well, the trifecta. But as I was sitting in the Twitch chat for the NACE Star League, the commentators, the way they talked about this West Virginia team, I mean, they made it sound like it was not even going to be close. And while it hasn't been the most competitive game so far, LCU has definitely shown fight. They've been in a lot of these games for a little bit of it, and then kind of gets a little bit out of hand towards the end. But LCU, if nothing else, has shown that they can play with teams like this. You just need a full 5 minutes. Can't do it for 2.5 and expect to come out on top of big games like this.
That's very correct. I mean, I know these guys well. They hate to lose. They really do, and they'll pretty much do anything to stop losing as much as they can. But of course, West Virginia University just way too powerful, way too experienced. I think LCU is just going to take this with a grain of salt and just use this as a learning experience. Of course, they showed fight, like you said, but really, they can learn from this and they could really improve. I know that much, that these guys will improve.
Yeah, and I don't want to speculate on, class or anything like that, but an important note is you can't get any younger than this LCU team is right now. They've got throughout. Both of the teams on LCU have just a lot of youth, and with that comes some inexperience, some moments where leave you scratching your head. But we really haven't seen a lot of those from either of the teams, and I think it'll be incredible whenever you look back on them after the few years and look at how much they grow and how good they get at the end of their time here. And it's an exciting prospect to think about. And I'm glad to be along for the ride with them.
Yes.
As you see, still 1.5 minutes. It's odd deck.
Right under shadow.
Just getting the best of him right there.
Just these saves on the goal line.
Whoa.
It's just been very unexpected and kind of just been played very well by West Virginia.
And everybody in this chat, I want you to, if you know these guys, I've seen Gavin in here. I've seen both Gavins in here, actually. Make sure and show these Rocket guys some love. Y'all know what it's like playing in games like this, playing in these tough games. So show them some love. Let them know y'all were watching. They'll appreciate it.
That's so close. Just
Yeah,
just a massacre by West Virginia.
Right. Set it up in the front. Good save right there. And Shadow back on the attack the other way, but quickly going to be deterred from Angel and then Deck to put it back down. The rotations, they're just always there. There's a West Virginia player on the ball at all times. It is incredible to watch this team play.
It's very incredible. I'm learning some stuff from these guys that I would probably weren't learn from anyone else. These guys are just so good.
And that's why you play in games like this. You play to learn, and they will learn. 100% they'll learn from these games. Like you said, you're learning just sitting here watching this.
Very much.
Lot to pick up, lot to just take in. They'll get it, though.
They will. 10 seconds to start to tick down. West Virginia will happily take this. Their first win in NACE. Of course, they had a bye weekend. But LCU, their second loss. This will not be the last, of course. They will face much tougher, maybe way better opponents. But I'm sure that they will strike back in some way, shape, or form. This is not the end for LCU.
Yeah, and it's easy to make these games a bigger deal than they are, but they've played two of the best teams in NACE the past 2 weeks, and so it's easy to get down on yourself, and I mean, try and think about, oh, what's next? How do we stop the bleeding? But I mean, I think once you get past some of these games and you can go back and look at them, you'll see a lot of growth from this, more growth than anything. And playing against these teams that are just top tier, such as these West Virginias, and right before on the NACE stream was Cincinnati and Kansas State. I mean, these are massive universities that we're playing against, and we don't have the largest pool to pick from, and they're competing with these teams and in the same divisions as these teams. They need to be proud. They've represented LCU well, and I know they will continue to do so in the future. Again, if y'all know any of the Rocket League players and y'all are in chat, show them some love. Let them know y'all are watching. They'll appreciate it. I know they want to win more than anything, so they're going to do everything they can to come back out next week and get back in the win column if they can. So they'll put the work in. We appreciate y'all for coming out. Abby, Slade, we appreciate y'all doing the production stuff and all the social media. Everything's looked amazing. Could not do that without y'all. And to Coach and the Rocket League team, again, y'all played great. It wasn't the outcome that y'all wanted, but every week you're going to get better. You're going to get that experience, and it's all you can ask for. And Zach, thanks for commentating with me.
No
Could not do it by myself. It saves my voice a lot when I don't have to be the only one to do it. So
I just
very much appreciate you being
no
here.
problem.
And everybody watching at home, I hope y'all have an incredible night. Make sure y'all stay safe, and we will see y'all in the next one.